Hey guys, and welcome to another video, and welcome to episode 9 of my F1 2018 career mode. So today it's going to be Spielberg. It's going to be the Austrian Grand Prix. We have loads of new upgrades. As you're gonna see right now, we have, I think, 2 aerodynamic upgrades, which are going to be great for the car and great for this track as well, because this is a very high speed but also downforce track. Don't forget, it's pretty balanced and very short track, so you're gonna see close to 1 minute lap times. That's how short it is. But yeah, without further ado, let's go to the qualifying session.
Thank you for joining us once again for today's qualifying session. Sit back, relax, and enjoy what we hope will be a fantastic contest for pole position. And as we count down to that green light, I have to say, Anthony Davidson, that this rain is not showing any signs whatsoever of abating. I imagine we'll be looking at some last-minute setup changes to better adapt these cars to the conditions. What do you think?
The trouble is, Crofty, they need to be thinking about the race tomorrow. You don't want to go jacking up the ride heights and piling on a few points of extra downforce that you're not going to want in the Grand Prix itself. The Parc Fermé regulations mean that you have to make that choice. The best thing the drivers can do is adapt with the tools they have available in the cockpit. Moving the brake bias forward will help stop the rear end slipping out under braking, and opening up the differential can really help tame the oversteer on corner exit. The drivers that can make best use of these techniques will have the best chance for success here today.
So the session actually started off as a wet with the rain, but it was too dry for the intermediate tires, but it was too wet for the dry, so I had to go out with the dry tires, and I went out a bit late, and some other people actually made their times when it was dry enough. So I made 2 laps with the same set. This is my second lap, with less fuel of course, and I managed to cut down 1.3 seconds off it and put me up to P6. But then at the end of the session the rain stopped, so I went out on another set, no, actually on the same set I believe, and I managed to go from P19 to P1. Yes, P1. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe I actually made such a great lap on what really were worn tires, which I did 2 laps with, which was unbelievable. Gasly also goes through, which is great to see. Let's hope he actually goes as good as me. But Q2 now, we went P2 for our first and only flying lap, I believe. And so we skipped to the end of that session. As you can see, Gasly is currently in P6, just 3/10 away from our lap, as we continue going down now as more people improve on their times. But I didn't want to waste any useful tires, and we still make it through pretty comfortably. P7 and P8 for TORO ROSSO, which is incredible. The amount of improvements we've made is unbelievable, as Sirotkin and Leclerc make it through to Q2. That's really surprising. But Q3 now, this is my one and only lap as well. Wasn't that good of a lap, to be honest. I could have improved, but just decided to go on this one, and I went provisional pole, which as you can see I was pretty happy with. But as the session went on, you will see that it was good, but not good enough. Unfortunately, the others went on and made a much better lap than me, as you can see, Pierre Gasly is also doing really good. and we finished that session in P6. And surprisingly, nobody going under 106, because Mercedes are actually the third best team now, really close to Red Bull and Ferrari, but they still get a 1-2. So it seems aerodynamically Mercedes and Red Bull are the best, which we already know. And the engines, well, the Ferrari engine cars are much better, and our Honda is better than most, if all, Renault powered engines, which is amazing how much we've improved the car. And yeah, maybe if everything goes well in the race, we might actually get a great result for TORO, so maybe even getting as close as P5 in the race. That would be amazing. But yeah, let's now go to the grid.
Good afternoon and welcome to Spielberg, and to a circuit that in one form or another has held every Austrian Grand Prix in the championship, except the very first back in 1964. It was at this race that John Watson lost a bet and his beard when he took Team Penske's only F1 victory in 1976. If anything, the stakes are even higher today, with 25 points available for victory and a crucial advantage in the championship fight. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Verstappen, Kimi Raikkonen, the rookie, Vettel, Gasly, Alonso, and Sergio Perez. Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Romain Grosjean, and Sirotkin, Leclerc, Sainz, Stoffel Van Dorn, and Lance Stroll, Ocon, and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Okay, the run into turn 1 isn't too long, so the pack will be bunched up. Take care.
Nice words there from Jeff as we prepare for our formation lap and the race. So I'm expecting big things in this race. I'm expecting a really good position for both TORO cars. It would be great if Gasly as well is close to me. He's not have the biggest luck this season.
Sorry?
But
No, don't do that. What good would that do? We can't do anything to the car, and we have a race to get on with. Do not try to come in, just form up on the grid, okay?
that was really funny actually, how I actually asked to box in during the formation lap, and Jeff answered really strangely, you know, like surprised. But yeah, we're now on the grid. We're in front of, well, we're in the Ferrari sandwich really, but Gasly's right behind us, and it's lights out and away we go. It's a bad start actually. Look at the start Raikkonen got compared to us, as Vettel now passes us into turn 1. Maybe Gasly goes down the inside, as now you can see in the mirror. Oh no, we've taken Vettel out. Oh goodness me, as Alonso there goes past us, and the virtual safety car is out already in this race. Drama here in corner 1 really. This is actually the fastest virtual safety car exit I've seen in a while, as now we're gonna try maybe make a move on Alonso. This is for P6, don't forget. It's crucial for our race points. Alonso surprisingly that high in a position, as now we go into P2. We're gonna go overtake mode, maybe down the inside. Our superior engine doing the job, and losing the traction a bit there on the exit. It's Gasly as well gets his position, so our overtake compromised Alonso and helped us TORO ROSSO drivers greatly, which is great. But skipping now to lap 7, it's time for our pit stop. Literally nothing happened, to be honest, in those 5 laps. That was interesting, but yeah, normal strategy we're doing. At least the tires did not feel like they were off the cliff as I entered the pits. But oh no, we're going to be held up by Alonso, and that has put us down to P16. As we exit now, we're going to go exit right in front of Gasly. He did pit on lap 6, so he's going to have, we're going to have, oh, whoa, that is Ricardo with a tire off, and virtual safety car is out again. So this is what happened. This is the only part I actually managed to find. So there was some contact with Ericsson, and Ricardo broke his tire. Then I unfortunately forgot to check it after the race, and yeah, and as you can see, I almost crashed into him. I had to go around the outside, and that meant that we lost the position to Gasly. But continuing on now, it's green flag as we lose the car there as it goes green. That could have been much worse for us, but we're clearly faster than Gasly, so it shouldn't take too much time to pass him. Don't think we're gonna do it in this corner, but maybe on that long straight after the first corner in turn 2. I can't believe that is a turn. This one is actually a turn. I cannot believe it. But getting the move done there pretty easily. We collide a bit there, surprisingly, and we get the move done for P12 for now, because a lot of people have still not made their stops, as we pass Ericsson now, who goes into the pits, and we're gonna pass a couple of cars as well here. We're going to be in P8 for now. I think more people are gonna come in, I believe. But this is a great battle we're having with Gasly. As you can see, he's gonna try and go down or inside. We leave him the room. I actually did not expect him to dive it down the inside. I actually expected him to back out. That's why I, turned my wheel the other way, as he actually has DRS. So that's why he was much quicker than us, and he steals P8 from us. So we're trying to save some ERS while he is going at it, Gasly. But we're gonna try and save some ERS, and maybe get the DRS and pass him in another corner. We're still following him, which is good. Slipstream and medium ERS. He opens up the room, barely opens up the room around his outside, and with overtake mode now and rich mix, we should be able to make the move easily, and we do. On lap 12 of this Grand Prix, we're up to P5 now. I forgot people actually pitted. So P5 and P6 for TORO, so that is amazing. As he tries to actually go another move. I did not expect that once again. That's incredible driving from the AI, and Gasly really showing me who should be #1 driver. But we're still gonna defend. and he backs out there. It was clean. I did not squeeze him. Well, I think. But yeah. But clearly we are quick as we're stopping in front of us. You can see we're keeping that gap, or even decreasing it. But as you can see, awesome racing from the two TORO drivers, too wide into that corner. You don't usually do that. And down the inside we go into this corner, and we get the move once again. Unbelievable racing. This is from Gasly's view. As you can see, too wide into this corner. Unbelievable racing. I really enjoyed it with Gasly. But as you can see, he backs out just in time into that corner. And left 15 now. As you can see, look how small the gap to Verstappen is. We're clearly gaining on him. Even though I and Gasly are fighting, we're gaining over Verstappen, and I actually might pass him in this race. So yellow flags now, and is that Hamilton out? Oh my! Hamilton having the same luck as he did in real life. Let's see from the replay. Oh, that is Hamilton. Oh no! He's not even lucky in the game, and we're up to P4. Unbelievable. So if we pass Verstappen, we're actually going to be on the podium. Down the inside, we're going to try and go. We do that, and we lose the car there. And, well, I really don't know what to say here, but we get the move done. Great move from us. And we're up in a podium position in TORO, but he's going to still try and get us. We're going to leave him the room, and we lose the car there, but he gets us once again. But we're going to still try and use the slipstream. Just 2 laps to go now in this race. But as you can see, we need to save the ERS. We barely have any, but we're going to have the ERS into this corner. As Gasly now. He's still behind us and gaining. And into the last race now, Gasly has gone into pits! Oh no! Oh goodness me, why the hell did he go into pits? It was going to be a P4 and 5 for TORO, but Gasly had minor front wing damage. He decided to go in the last lap. Unbelievable, but P4 in a TORO. Now that is something to be proud of.
Great effort there from Ferrari to take the victory today. And Anthony Davidson, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
So, here they come now, out onto the podium. Wherever you go, anywhere in the world, the prancing horse flags are dominant in the grandstands, and they're out in force again today. It's Ferrari on the top step once more. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. It's a good result for Valtteri Bottas, who extends his advantage at the top of the championship. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Probably Carlos Sainz. You know, strong pace, good work with the strategy, just a very complete drive, I think.
On to the constructors then. We saw a dip in form from the championship leaders today. Their lead has taken a significant blow. That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
Great work out there today. How do you think it went? Do you think your rival learned from his battle with you? We all underestimated you, didn't we? There was some contact between you two. What happened out there? You seem to have issues with fuel efficiency. Does your team need to invest in that area? Appreciate your time.
Well, what a race that was. That was one of the best of the season in my point of view. But in the end there, Pierre Gasly finishes in P17. I was really angry when I saw him go into the pits. Like, why? I mean, we could have passed Force India in the championship. We are, I believe, 7th in the championship or 6th. And we could have passed Force India by a couple of points. And even challenged the people, the teams in front of Force India. But, yeah, good race for us, for our team. We're gonna hope we have more races like this. As you can see, Williams, Alfa Romeo and McLaren really have a good reputation with us, but I don't think we're gonna go to a worse team. Now it's time for us some upgrades. We do have 1600 resource points, so as you can see, he recommends going for a engine upgrade and another one on the engine upgrade. So that's what we decided to do, because that is the place where we need our most improvements, and we did. So yeah guys, next race is, I believe, Great Britain, and yeah, we might actually be better than Renault in the next race. But if you did enjoy this video guys, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.